Hold up. We can't just be walking through this desert aimlessly like this. We're gonna get ourselves killed.
You may be right. You may be wrong, but you're probably right.
Of course I'm right, dumbass. When have I never been right? We're gonna die out here if we don't find somewhere. Look over there. Go check over there. Over yonder. Off that cliff head. I gotta take a piss. I don't want you looking at my Johnson.
Son of a bitch. You had that the whole time?
Here's my last cream soda. Get off my back, Dutch.
I'll get on your back.
My goddamn it, I'll buy that for my money. What the hell's your goddamn problem, boy?
I ain't got no problem. You're the one who spilled all the water.
A ghost shouldn't be showing in this town. Looks like mustard. I think we found a town mustard.
Like the condiment?
No, the town where the gold mine is.
Oh, come on, boy, think.
We did it. We found the town mustard. Now they gotta have some food and drink in there, like whiskey and water. Yeah. Maybe some women too. Come on, let's go. It was awfully quiet around here.
You could say that again.
You hear that? Sounds like one of them pianos in the saloons. Honky tonk. Honky tonk. Yeah, that's what it is. Move, come on, we don't honky tonk style. I don't know who or what's back there, okay? So listen, I got the 6-shooter out here. So I'll go in first. I'll blast him when he's in there. But if there's more than 6, I'm gonna need you to be behind me with that axe, okay? Can you do that?
Well, get on with it. I'm getting real tired of eating horse meat and drinking my own piss.
Gentlemen, do you enter every saloon like this, or do you intend to rob me?
No, sir, just to stay in this town, we thought there'd be a gang of outlaws in here.
There's no bandits here, I can assure you. Just a few desperate men and a bored saloon keep.
How do you know we're desperate men?
Gentlemen, when's the last time you looked in the mirror? Also, I didn't hear any horses approaching, and the last time a train came through this area has certainly been a long time.
Well, sir, we ran into a little misfortune at our ranch, and we need to come up with some money quick. So we talked to this old brakeman down at the town saloon, and he mentioned a town called Mustard, and an old gold mine up there that still had some pickings in it. So me and my brother here, we spent the rest of our cash on a couple lame horses, some mining equipment, and made our way up here, except for horses kind of died on the way up here, so we've been walking ever since. It'd be really nice if you could help us out with some water or something to eat.
Real nice.
Oh, it sounds like you boys went through an epic adventure through the desert in search of the elusive gold. How exciting.
Yeah, mister, it was really exciting, especially the part where we had to cut up our lame horses, turn them into jerky, and drink my own piss. Yeah, it was a wonderful adventure.
You wouldn't happen to have some water or some good grubbins or perhaps some whiskey for our pounding headaches?
You boy, got any money?
No, that's why we came out here in the first place. But listen here, once we're done mining, if you give us some food and some good drink, I'll give you a nice big gold nugget.
Oh my. A gold nugget. All to myself, I see. You guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but those mines up there have been emptied for decades. Please tell me you didn't buy all that mining gear from that old brakeman a few towns over, did you?
Oh no, we bought that from his brother that runs the general store. No brakeman's gonna have mining equipment.
I thought we did buy from the brakeman.
No, we bought it from his brother.
He ain't got no brother.
Nah, he got a twin brother. He looks.
Brakeman ain't got no brother. We bought it from the brakeman.
God damn. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you poor fools. They robbed you and sent you out to die. Oh, that never gets old.
Son of a bitch. I told you we shouldn't have trusted that townie and his lack of brother.
Listen, what choice do we have? Well, now, we could have been just starving out there in the town. The bank was repossessed and our ranch. You know, at least we're out here trying to do something with our lives, just starving in the streets like a bunch of bums. All right, just hang in there, Dutch. We'll make it out. We'll get through this.
What do you mean? If we were still in town, at least we could still beg for food. We could starve and get lucky in town. But no, who are we gonna beg out here? The rocks? The coyotes that have been following us? I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you could trade for food and drink. One man gifted me a rifle for food, drink, and a bed for the night. Or, if you don't feel like parting with ye worldly possessions, maybe we could play a game of blackjack. And since you don't have any money, maybe we could up the ante a little bit.
Play for souls.
So if Harold gives you his pea shooter, you're gonna give us food and drink and a bed?
Who says I want to part with my pistol, boy? We'll play with our souls. Hey, how about before we start the game, we get a little drink of water? I feel like me and my partner over here, we're about to pass out if we don't. And that's not going to be much of a game if we're passed out the whole time, isn't that right?
Sure. Wouldn't be much of a game if y'all passed out in the middle of it.
Can I wager this here axe? I'm not really too keen on wagering my whole soul for just some grub and some drink.
No, I'm not a collector of those type of things. I like money, jewels, gold, of course. Let me go get you that water.
Harold, what are you doing? You're terrible at blackjack.
I got an ace up my sleeve, Dutch. Just you wait.
You're gonna try to cheat that man? That really strange man?
We'll just play till we have enough food and drink to get back. And we're gonna pay them brothers a visit. Or that man who wronged us.
One man.
Right, that one man.
But Harold, what if we lose? I don't want to lose my soul.
Do you really think this man's gonna steal our souls? Listen, he's gonna try anything stupid. Just put a hole in him, alright? And then we just take what we want.
Gentlemen, why don't you go ahead and have a seat at the table?
As you wish.
Will do. That is some good stuff.
Oh yeah, it's the best water you'll find out here for miles. Mineral water comes all the way from those glaciers up there on that mountaintop, all the way through underground channels and straight to this well, cold as ice even in the hottest summers. It kept this town alive for years as a great source of refreshment in the hot summer heat. Alright, so let's see, 10 chips for you, and another 10 chips for you, good sir.
Alright, so you're telling us that our soul's only worth 10 chips each? Alright.
Well, your partner's soul is worth 10. Soul like yours might be worth 1 or 2. But I don't want to be unfair.
You don't know anything about me, mister.
Alright. You're right. I know nothing of you two gentlemen, but I am glad that you wandered in to play a game of blackjack with me. That being said, let's transfer your souls into these little chips. Okay, here's how this works. Go ahead and grab my hand with one hand, and with the other hand, place it over the poker chip so I can transfer your souls.
Whatever gets me a free meal.
I'm not too sure about this.
Just grab his goddamn hand, Dutch. Let's get this over with.
Spirits of ash, shadows that creep, come forth now from caverns deep. Bone for blood, and soul for stone. Bind the living to the gambler's throne. 2 hearts wander, 2 fates sealed. Let their essence now be peeled in clay and color. Let them dwell. Chips of vice, now keys of hell. By fire, by night, by unholy rite, I summon thee to trap their light. Fantastic. Let the games begin.
Hit or stand. Hit or stand.
Here you go, Dutch. You've earned it. Not looking too good over there, Harold. Can I get you another drink of water?
Dutch, I am feeling so good. I think this guy's doing something funny.
Ooh, getting a little low on chips, Harold. Could use a few more wins, couldn't you? Maybe a jack or a king. Hit or stand.
Jesus, what the hell is that?
What's what?
It must be nothing. I think the heat's just getting to me. Yeah, I think that's...
You had me going for a minute. You're a card. I gotta keep my eye on you. Now, did you want to hit or stand?
All right, hit me.
Oh no. What happened, Harold? Did you bust?
This man is cheating. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's cheating.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Cheat? Why, I haven't done anything in the slightest.
Harold, go grab as much food as water as you can. I want to do what I should have done in the first place.
Now, Mr. Fisher, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Violence is rarely the answer.
Prepare to meet Jesus, partner.
Ooh, too bad for Harold. So what's the plan, Dutch? Are you gonna come at me with that axe? Try to kill me like your friend did?
We rolling slow in the breaking night, dust on boots and the moon burning bright. Sunset winds low swaying in the breeze, a ghost town breathing with the devil's disease. Dust said boys like us don't need no map. Arrow gray and white with a flask in his lap. Kick them doors to the old saloon, but the fire in the heart played a wicked tune. Blackjack in Mustard Town, one-eyed diva laying hearts face down. Whiskey poured like judgment.